Welcome to Real Judaism with Rabbi Ari Klapper. Unfiltered wisdom for Jewish life.
מעטו ודאי הוא שהדקדוק שידקדק על העניין המיtzvos והavodah מופרח שיהיה בתכלס הדקדוק כאשר ידקדק שוקלי זהב הפנימי לרוב יקרם. When we go through life and we have so many different thousands, millions of decisions to make, what are we doing? How am I doing it? Why am I doing it? Where am I doing it? All of these things we don't realize. Sometimes we just do it without thinking. But every little detail makes a difference. Every little detail. And a person should really try his best to be medactic on every little detail, because every little detail makes a difference. Just like he compares over here, weighing and measuring gold and pearls, diamonds, just as much as the difference of a quarter of a carat. You know what the difference of a quarter of a carat when it comes to a diamond is? We could be talking... It depends. Are you going from a quarter of a carat to a half a carat? From a half a carat to 3/4 of a carat? To 2 carats to 2 1/4 carats? There could be a difference of $500. It could be a difference of $10,000. Every little difference, every little bit makes a difference. Every single thing. The example that I like to give many times is the mitzvah of simchas choshen makala. The mitzvah of simchas choshen makala is a beautiful mitzvah. And besides that, a beautiful mitzvah, it's also fun. It's also fun. You imagine for a second, you're at a wedding there, and they're playing that pump-up music, and everybody's getting excited, and you stop a second before you start dancing, just for a half a second, and think to yourself, there's a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah to be mesameach, chasuna makala. You see big rabbonim. I was just at a chasuna the other night. One of the Rosh Yeshivas from Yeshiva's Mir, and a very, very choshen Rav, they're trying to get into the middle of the dancing with all the bachrim. It's a huge mitzvah. We're talking about something that's very, very choshen. Why wouldn't a person not want to do that? Why would I not want to? But are we approaching it from the perspective of, I'm just interested in having fun, I'm just having a good time, or let's take a second. Hey, this is Ratzon Hashem. Hashem wants me to do that. So why can't I have kavanah for a second beforehand that I'm going to be mekayim a mitzvah, and it changes the entire mitzvah I do. Such a teeny little detail, such a small thing. All it is really is a thought. That's it. You're not going to do anything different. All this whole thing is I have kavanah to be mekayim a mitzvah, and it turns over the entire mitzvah the rest of the night. Do I have to be thinking every single second that I'm being mekayim the mitzvah? I'm being mekayim the mitzvah. Pashtus not. Every time you're holding a Lulav during Hallel, you're thinking every second of being kind of the mitzvah of Lulav. Pashtus not, even though obviously the Iker mitzvah is the picking it up, but the Nanuim are also, the shaking of the Lulav is also part of the mitzvah. Am I thinking every second of being kind of mitzvah? No. Even learning Torah every second, I'm being kind of mitzvah. Am I thinking every second, I'm getting closer to Hashem, No, I'm in the middle of a sugya, I'm in the middle of a toisvis. I'm not thinking every second I'm getting closer to Hashem. Yeah, it would be a good thing before we start learning. There's a nice thing to say. There's a little tefillah that you can say at the beginning, right? Especially one from the shlah. The tefillah over here is just so that you shouldn't make a mistake. But later on, it's brought from the shlah. What does it mean learning the shema? He says, I want to learn. Kedei shiviyani al Talmud, so that the learning brings me the day maisa, so I know what to do. I know how to keep the Torah, keep halacha. I want to learn because it will purify and improve my midos. My character will become better if I learn Torah. And I want to learn Torah because Torah needs to be learned. This is from the Shema. This is what it means that a person should learn Torah Lishma. You say it once a day. That's it. You say it at the beginning of when you start to learn in the beginning of the day. You have to say it every second. No. But that one little detail changes everything. It turns over, it upgrades everything that you're doing. Everybody loves dancing at a chasuna. I haven't met the guy who says, well, I hate dancing at a chasuna, but it's a mitzvah, so I'm going to do it anyway. I have to be moiser nefesh to be happy. Right? That sounds quite silly. There's these little details that a person can, you think about it for a second, stop. We do thousands of things, tens of thousands of things every day. A little detail can make such a difference. It makes such a difference in gold and diamonds. It's not going to, what an ounce of gold is worth. A teeny little piece of gold. They're selling gold. I don't know what the market is. Something like for like $2,000 per ounce or something like that. Maybe I'm off a little bit, but it's like crazy. Every little bit makes such a huge difference. So shouldn't we treat our avodas Hashem the same way? He told us because doing this we'll be able to get much closer to really shleimus, to become a pure avodah Hashem. Every little detail makes a difference. We're going to get closer to the precious nitzchis, eternity. That there's nothing more valuable than these things. Isn't that worth it? If you get, like I said, even a tenth more of a carat of the diamond, to get a little bit bigger, how much more it's going to cost? How much more valuable it is? Every little bit. And that's when we have the opportunity here in this world. We're doing the mitzvahs anyway. We're doing this anyway. Why not upgrade it? How much do you need to do? How much money do I have to pay, Rabbi, for that? Nothing. It's free. You can get the same thing 10 times the amount if you have a little bit of a better kavanah. That's it. You don't have to do anything. A little bit better, a little bit this, a little bit that. That's it. Do I have to pay any more money? Well, I'm buying an expensive esog. Have better kavanah and buy the less expensive esog. I'm not saying not to buy a beautiful esog. Everybody should buy a beautiful esog if they can, right? Even spending more money than you really would. But lemaise, our heart is where we can put in so much more, and it doesn't cost any money. Every little bit makes a difference. The more sensitive we are to it, the bigger our avodas Hashem will get. Okay, shkoach.
Thank you for joining Real Judaism, where we explore Torah's wisdom for real life. Created by J Foundations and produced by Eli Podcast Productions. Find more episodes at realjudaism.org and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.